Welcome back to the ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we're diving deep into the explosive twists surrounding Monica Quartermain's will reading, where Michael Corinthos faces a heartbreaking snub, while the mysterious Veronica Ronnie Bard emerges as the unexpected heir to the iconic Quartermain mansion in the heart of Port Charles. The Quartermain family is about to confront a whirlwind of emotions as they assemble for what promises to be one of the most dramatic will readings in recent memory. Picture the elegant Quartermain residence, its grand halls echoing with a mix of anticipation and underlying tension, as loved ones gather to honor Monica's final wishes. This pivotal event unfolds in the October 6th episode, setting the stage for revelations that could reshape family dynamics forever. Alexis Davis, ever the composed attorney, takes center stage to guide the proceedings, but not without some impatience from the group. Tracy Quartermain, known for her sharp tongue and no-nonsense attitude, urges Alexis to cut through the formalities and dive straight into the heart of the matter, skipping over the mundane legal jargon that often bogs down such occasions. This push reflects Tracy's fiery personality, always eager to get to the core of any situation, especially one involving inheritance and family legacy. As Alexis proceeds, she reveals Monica's thoughtful provisions for the younger generations, establishing generous trust funds for all her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Imagine the sense of security this brings to the family, ensuring that future Quartermains like little Leela Ray or the adventurous Wiley can pursue their dreams without financial worries. These funds aren't just monetary gifts, they're a testament to Monica's enduring love and foresight, planting seeds for prosperity in a family often plagued by turmoil. Adding a personal touch, Brooklyn Quartermain inherits Monica's exquisite pearl necklace, a piece of jewelry that has graced many a family gathering, symbolizing elegance and tradition passed down through the years. Ned Quartermain, with his appreciation for the classics, receives Monica's cherished vinyl collection, evoking memories of late-night listens to timeless tunes that once filled the mansion with melody. Meanwhile, Olivia Quartermain is bestowed with Monica's gourmet cookware set, perfect for whipping up those legendary family feasts that have bonded the Quartermains over countless meals. Each item carries a whisper of Monica's personality, reminding recipients of her warmth and the little ways she nurtured their lives. The surprises continue as Veronica Ronnie Bard, the long-lost sister figure in Monica's life, is gifted one of Monica's oldest and most treasured possessions, a delicate locket, holding a faded photograph of the two as children, captured in a moment of innocence before life's cruelties separated them. This heartfelt bequest initially delights Tracy, who smirks at the thought that Ronnie might not be walking away with a massive fortune, perhaps seeing it as a modest token rather than a game-changer. But oh, how the tables turn. Tracy herself is left with a jar of Leela Quartermain's famous pickled relish, a quirky inheritance that dredges up painful recollections of when her father, Edward, similarly slighted her in his will with the very same item. The sting of that past rejection floods back, leaving Tracy not just offended but utterly perplexed by Monica's choice. It's as if Monica is playful yet pointed like coining history, forcing Tracy to confront old wounds amid the current drama. This moment adds layers of irony, highlighting how family grudges can linger like the tangy scent of that relish, preserved through generations. Shifting focus, Jason Morgan steps into the spotlight, receiving Alan Quartermain's favorite watch, a timepiece that has ticked through countless family crises and triumphs. This inheritance feels profoundly personal, connecting Jason to his father's legacy in a tangible way, perhaps even serving as a subtle nod to the passage of time and the enduring bonds that outlast even death. It's during this part of the reading that Jason finally meets Ronnie, their introduction charged with curiosity and unspoken questions about her place in Monica's heart. Then comes the allocation to Michael Corinthos, who is granted the family's prized horses, a fleet of luxurious cars, and the opulent family yacht assets that speak to adventure and status, allowing Michael to indulge in high-seas escapades or countryside rides. Yet, as the room holds its breath, expecting Michael to claim the crown jewel, the Quartermain mansion itself, the script flips in the most unforeseen manner. Alexis's voice rings out with the climactic declaration, "And as for the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, which includes the property at 66 Harborview Drive, I leave it all to the cherished sister of my heart, Miss Veronica Bard." The words hang in the air like a thunderclap, eliciting a stunned what from Ronnie herself, while Tracy and the rest of the assembly reel in disbelief. This bombshell inheritance of the sprawling mansion, with its storied history of scandals and celebrations, catapults Ronnie from relative obscurity to the center of Quartermain power. One can't help but sense the undercurrents of deception here. It reeks of a calculated scam, potentially orchestrated by the cunning Martin Gray as a vengeful strike against Tracy. For past slights, Martin's history of scheming adds credibility to this theory, suggesting he's pulled strings from the shadows to engineer this upset, perhaps forging documents or manipulating circumstances to ensure Ronnie's windfall. Notably absent from the will is the furious Drew Kane, whose exclusion feels like a deliberate omission, leaving him on the sidelines of this inheritance saga, at least for now. This snub could fuel Drew's simmering rage, setting the stage for future confrontations as he grapples with feelings of betrayal and invisibility in the family fold. Meanwhile, Tracy's fury boils over at Michael's unexpected snub, her protective instincts kicking in as she questions the legitimacy of the entire reading. She might start piecing together clues, suspecting foul play and vowing to uncover the truth behind this jaw-dropping twist. As the dust settles, the Quartermain clan is left fractured, with alliances tested and secrets bubbling to the surface. Next, we will learn about the explosive tensions building around Britt Westburn, who could soon deliver a powerful 6-word warning to Nathan West while alerting her enigmatic boss about the dangers lurking for young James West. In the bustling corridors of General Hospital, where secrets often simmer just below the surface, Britt Westburn finds herself entangled in a web of suspicion and unease that could upend everything she holds dear. Recent spoilers hint at a brewing storm, with Britt's fury reaching a boiling point as alarm bells ring louder than ever concerning her son, James West. This young boy, innocent and full of curiosity, is unwittingly stepping into a minefield of family deceptions that have long haunted poor Charles. Britt's recent odd interaction with Nathan at the hospital has only amplified these concerns, revealing layers of hidden motives that suggest not everything is as it seems. As medical staff bustle around them, exchanging knowing glances, Britt's instincts kick in, sensing that Nathan's reappearance carries the weight of unspoken truths, perhaps tied to long-buried rivalries from the past. The air thickens with unspoken questions, setting the stage for revelations that could shatter the fragile peace in their lives. Nathan's demeanor during that encounter added fuel to the fire, his final expression twisting into something oddly guarded, as if he were clutching onto secrets that could unravel the entire narrative. It's becoming increasingly clear that Nathan might be concealing profound mysteries alongside Britt, perhaps collaborating in ways that defy simple explanations. The show's creators have masterfully kept viewers in suspense by withholding the identity of Britt's shadowy boss, but mounting clues point toward Nathanael, at least a facsimile of him being deeply involved. Imagine the complexity if Nathan has undergone some form of psychological tampering, with echoes of Caesar Phaeton's manipulative genius, or Peter August's sinister cunning embedded in his mind through advanced, clandestine procedures. Such a twist would explain the subtle discrepancies in his behavior, from hesitant pauses in conversation to fleeting glances that betray an internal conflict. Regardless of the exact mechanism, this version of Nathan doesn't align with the heroic detective his family and friends once knew. Despite rigorous DNA tests and fingerprint matches confirming his physical identity, these scientific validations only deepen the enigma, suggesting a deeper alteration at play, one that Britt appears to have detected through her keen observational skills, honed from years in the medical field. Britt's growing awareness that this isn't the genuine Nathan from cherished memories likely fuels her anxious and jittery state as she navigates the emotional minefield of protecting those she loves. Her protective instincts, sharpened by motherhood and past betrayals, make her hypervigilant to any signs of imposture, especially when it threatens to disrupt the stability she's fought to build. Naturally, little James has never had the opportunity to form a bond with his father, growing up with stories and photos that painted Nathan as a distant hero. Yet, in a moment that caught everyone off guard, James emerged from the elevator at General Hospital with an air of eager readiness, his small face lighting up at the prospect of this long-awaited meeting. He might have practiced what to say, clutching a drawing or a toy as a peace offering, embodying the pure excitement of a child bridging a familial gap. In sharp opposition, Britt's reaction was one of sheer horror, her mind racing with visions of how this chaotic situation could ensnare an unsuspecting child. In a vortex of lies and potential heartbreak, the hospital's sterile lights seemed to cast harsh shadows on her face, highlighting her internal turmoil as she weighed the irreversible impact of allowing this connection to form. With no immediate means to shield James from that initial encounter, Britt is left to grapple with the aftermath, steeling herself for a direct showdown with Nathan that promises to be charged with raw emotion. The bustling hospital environment, filled with beeping monitors and hurried nurses, only heightens the stakes, making every whispered conversation feel like a potential turning point. Spoilers from ABC General Hospital tease that this confrontation is on the horizon, with Britt adopting a fiercely assertive stance in the episodes ahead. Viewers can anticipate her channeling an unyielding resolve, perhaps drawing from her own history of resilience against formidable foes. Like her notorious parents, this tough approach will likely stem from her displeasure over the risky interaction involving James, where she perceives a direct threat to his well-being amid the unfolding drama. The tension builds as Britt prepares to lay down the law, her words laced with the authority of a mother lioness defending her cub from unseen predators. Central to this impending clash are the 6 poignant words that a seething Britt may direct at Nathan. James doesn't deserve to get hurt. These words, delivered with piercing intensity, encapsulate her deepest fears and serve as a stark ultimatum, urging Nathan to reconsider his actions before irreversible damage occurs. If Britt harbors apprehensions that this charade could spiral into catastrophe, she might actively work to sever any budding relationship between Nathan and James, perhaps by enforcing strict boundaries or seeking allies within the hospital staff to monitor interactions. Her demands could escalate, probing Nathan on his sudden arrival in Port Charles and the true purpose behind what feels like an elaborate performance. Picture her cornering him in a quiet consultation room, her voice steady but eyes flashing with determination, as she unravels the threads of his story piece by piece. Nathan might counter with explanations of necessity, claiming he was forced to adapt after a devastating truck crash that left him disoriented and scrambling to survive in unfamiliar territory. He could even shift blame onto Britt, accusing her of dragging him into this mess if he was indeed the one supplying her with specialized medication under secretive circumstances. Envision a backstory where Nathan ventured to Port Charles on a covert mission to deliver these vital drugs, only for fate to intervene with the accident, followed by the ensuing crisis at General Hospital that pulled him deeper into the fray. The crash site, littered with debris and emergency responders, might have been the catalyst for his improvised facade, blending survival instincts with opportunistic scheming. Next, we will learn about the potential permanent fracture in the legendary relationship between Sonny Corinthos and Carly Corinthos, signaling what could be the definitive close to their roller coaster romance. In the ever-evolving landscape of Port Charles, where alliances shift like shadows in the night, it appears that Sonny Corinthos and Carly Corinthos may have reached an irreversible breaking point, with no path back to reconciliation on the horizon. Recent spoilers from ABC General Hospital paint a picture of finality, suggesting that this split isn't just another temporary rift, but a profound conclusion to their storied saga. For years, fans have watched these two powerhouses navigate a maze of betrayals, passions, and redemptions, often finding their way back into each other's arms despite the chaos. Their history is a tapestry woven with intense drama, from clandestine affairs to public showdowns, always culminating in dramatic reunions that kept viewers hooked. However, the winds of change seem to be blowing stronger now, as the narrative threads pull them further apart, leaving behind echoes of what once was an unbreakable bond. This development feels like a deliberate pivot, as if the show's architects are closing the book on a chapter that defined an era, allowing new stories to emerge from the ashes of their connection. The pattern of their relationship has long been one of cyclical turmoil, with breakups followed by passionate makeups that reignited the spark time and again, much like a phoenix rising from its own destruction. Yet, the current storyline hints at a departure from this familiar rhythm, with no signs of the usual reconciliation looming. It's been an unusually extended period since their last reunion, stretching out like an endless horizon, which contrasts sharply with the rapid rebounds of their past. This prolonged separation has sparked whispers among the writing team, suggesting a conscious decision to keep Sonny and Carly on separate trajectories, exploring individual growth rather than entangled destinies. Perhaps the creators are aiming to refresh the show's dynamics, introducing fresh conflicts and romantic possibilities that don't revolve around this central duo. Such a move could invigorate the series, allowing characters to evolve beyond the gravitational pull of their shared history. And it resonates with a broader trend in soap operas to dismantle long-standing pairs. For innovative storytelling, this apparent endgame for Sonny and Carly has ignited a firestorm of speculation among General Hospital enthusiasts. many of whom are pondering whether this marks the twilight of a golden age in Port Charles lore. Social media platforms buzz with debates, as loyal viewers dissect every clue and share their theories on what this means for the show's future. The conversation has grown fervent, with fans drawing parallels to iconic breakups in other soaps, questioning if the writers are intentionally steering away from rekindling the flame to avoid repetition. Some argue that the duo's chemistry, once electric, has mellowed into something more familial, paving the way for narratives that prioritize personal independence over romantic dependency. This shift has prompted reflections on how their relationship has influenced the broader canvas of the show, from family ties to criminal underworld intrigues, and whether its dissolution opens doors to unexplored territories. Diving into the fan reactions, one particularly insightful commenter highlighted the evolving nature of their connection, noting, "I don't know if they need to be married anymore because they have Donna as an excuse to have an opinion on each other's choices." This perspective underscores how their young daughter serves as a perpetual link, allowing them to meddle in one another's lives without the formal ties of matrimony. The fan recalled the peculiar timing of Carly's late-in-life pregnancy, which seemed inserted amid an ongoing storyline, almost as a plot device to ensure ongoing interactions. Imagine the writer's room deliberations, weighing how to maintain tension without forcing a reunion, ultimately opting for this biological bond that tethers them eternally. Donna, with her innocent presence, becomes the bridge across their divided worlds, facilitating co-parenting scenes filled with lingering glances and unresolved emotions, yet without the commitment of vows. Building on that, another observer pointed out, "I realized without Morgan, Sonny and Carly could go their separate ways, and the writers needed to keep them in each other's lives." Hence Donna. The tragic loss of their son Morgan had threatened to sever their shared purpose, but Donna's arrival reinvigorated that connection, acting as a narrative anchor. This fan elaborated that while Michael, their adult son, can navigate his parents' dramas independently, forming his own judgments on their behaviors, Donna's youth demands ongoing involvement from both. Michael's maturity allows him to step back, perhaps pursuing his own ambitions in the Corinthos Quartermain empire. But Donna's needs pull Sonny and Carly into frequent collaborations, from school events to holiday gatherings. This dynamic adds layers of complexity, as they balance affection for their child with the scars of their romantic past, creating opportunities for subtle conflicts that keep the audience engaged, without reigniting old flames. Echoing a sentiment of acceptance, a different critic shared, "I really like their relationship right now. They will clearly always love each other and have deep fondness for each other right now, but the romantic part of their lives is done." This view celebrates the platonic evolution, where mutual respect and shared history foster a bond free from the volatility of passion. Fans appreciate this mature phase, seeing it as a natural progression after decades of highs and lows, allowing Sonny to delve into his mobster empire with renewed focus, and Carly to assert her independence in business and personal pursuits. It's a refreshing take, emphasizing enduring love without the drama of romance, perhaps drawing from real-life examples of ex-partners who remain close for family's sake. Finally, from a devoted Carly supporter's angle, the commentary turns protective, selfishly. As a Carly fan, the farther she's out of Sonny's orbit romantically the better. This fan expressed enthusiasm for Carly's recent confrontation with Lucas, where she grappled with the challenges of fully disentangling from Sonny's influence, and the toll it takes on her life. The scene highlighted her frustration over complacency, wishing the storyline had explored deeper into her patterns of compliance, and the emotional weight of their intertwined fates. Envision Carly in heated therapy sessions or confiding in close friends like Jason, unpacking years of codependency to forge a path of self-empowerment. This perspective champions Carly's growth, advocating for narratives that showcase her strength outside romantic entanglements, potentially leading to new alliances or ventures that redefine her role in Port Charles. As these fan voices illustrate, the possible end of Sonny and Carly's romance stirs a mix of nostalgia and excitement for what's next. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates on this captivating evolution.